The first calls came in just after 6:30. Police say surveillance video shows the gunman, identified as Shane Tamura of Las Vegas, stepping out of a black BMW parked along Park Avenue near 52nd Street. He's carrying a large M4 style rifle and enters the lobby of 345 Park Avenue, which is a high rise that houses Blackstone, the NFL, and KPMG. He immediately opens fire, targeting an officer who was off duty but working what's called a paid detail, so in uniform doing security at this building. Then he shoots at a woman hiding behind a pillar and continues firing at civilians as he moves towards an elevator bank. Once he's at that elevator bank, he strikes another man, and then when a woman is coming out of the elevator, he does not shoot her, but rides the elevator up to the 33rd floor, which is the headquarters of a large real estate company here in New York, and walks the hallway firing rounds, shooting and killing another victim before turning the gun on himself.
We've heard from both the mayor of New York City and also the NYPD commissioner too. What do we know about the gunman's intentions?
Yeah, that's what's being investigated right now. What we know is that this suspect, who turned the gun on himself, had a concealed carry permit from Las Vegas, from Nevada, and we also know that he had a history of mental health issues. Now, we don't know if he had previously been arrested in any of those other jurisdictions, but we knew he drove across country to carry this out. Started off in Nevada, made his way through Colorado, Nebraska, and ultimately New Jersey before ending up right here in New York. We know that his motive is at this point not clear, but this is a building that housed some really important businesses. You're talking about Blackstone. You're talking about KPMG. We're talking about the NFL. So, motive is going to be very important to police officials, and they're going to be looking into that later today.
And those investigations continuing, as you mentioned. You mentioned some of the businesses in this office building in Manhattan. What do we know about what happened inside those offices while these events were unfolding?
The images we saw this evening were striking. You're talking about people who are working for, obviously one of the biggest firms, in finance, Blackstone, barricading themselves, pushing couches up against walls, against windows, against doors, because they did not know if they would be targeted by this. This is something that was on the minds of everybody who had heard the gunfire, who looked out the window and saw people running. But as you know, Park Avenue in New York is not just home to these groups that are in this building, but you've got Citadel down the street. You got BNY there as well. Of course, JP Morgan building their new building and their headquarters still there. So this was something that was going across WhatsApp groups and text threads, people trying to figure out if their loved ones, if their friends were injured. And luckily, as of this time right now, we know that many at the firms were not hurt, but we know that people who worked in that building were in fact injured, and some of them killed.